Welcome to Belinda's Baubles. I'm Belinda and welcome to episode 28. Today is July 3rd, 2025, and this is going to kind of be my version of Christmas in July because I'm just going to have some extra videos this month for you guys, but I'm not able to do the daily vlogs. Some of you who have been here for a while know there's some things going on within the family, and so I'm exhausted. And I'm not even the one who's been sick. So everything is moving forward, just not always outcomes that we wanted. So just bear with me. And I've got a few extra little things for you this month to celebrate because this is my birthday month. You guys, if you've been here for a while, you know I love Christmas in July. And I love taking you guys places with me and everything. But at the moment, my vacation weeks have been surgery weeks, hospital weeks, things like that, not for me, but for others. So, yeah, it's a little different this year, but we're all doing good. Everybody is making it along, but I do appreciate your prayers and good thoughts and everything coming towards us, and please do keep them coming. So I am coming from Texas. I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas, if you're new, and we're actually having a cold front. It's only supposed to get up to 88 degrees Fahrenheit today. It's usually already in the 100s, and I'm loving this. We're even expecting some rain tomorrow for the 4th of July. If you're here in America, happy 4th of July. If you're in Canada, I hope you had a great Canada Day just this last week. And let's just get into some knitting, crochet, yarn fun. Actually, I don't have any crochet for you today. I'm looking around. But I am getting back into some of my crochet, so you will be seeing some of that in the future. Okay, where to find me? I have all the links down below. And I do want to welcome those of you. I've had some new subscribers. Please do like, share. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It just helps me get to the next level. And just keep coming back and watching. I really do appreciate you all. Okay, where to first? If I seem a little distracted and a little hyper, it's because I still have to get to work this morning. Right now it's almost 9 a.m. and I have to be at work by 10. So I'm going to be talking to you guys, having a little fun with you, and then hitting the road. So first thing up is I have another one of my cast-ons from the cast-on party I had with Karma's a Stitch back at the beginning of May. I have it completed. I cast on 9 things, so I'm a little overwhelmed by my cast on party, what I did. I'm only going to do 1 or 2 if I do another cast on party. I've gotten myself into a little bit of a fix, but they're all things I've wanted to make, so it may take me a year to complete them, but they'll get done eventually. So what do I have here? This is the Fresh Berries Tee by Universal Yarn. It's a free pattern, and it's made with, I've got my notes here. This is Universal Yarns Cotton Supreme DK Waves, and it is such a soft self-striping for garments, because it's got the longer stripes so that you can do it for garments. I made this in size large because it only goes up to size extra large, but the extra large is way too big. I had been warned that it kind of comes out big. And so instead, what I did was I used a US 8 5mm. I think it may have called for a smaller needle, and I went up a needle. And then I've used 3 skeins. I used 3 full skeins. That's it. That's my yarn chicken. That's all I had left. Okay. So I still haven't woven in the ends, no, or blocked it, but I wanted to share it with you. I love this square neckline. Now this is my second one that I've made. I wear the other one quite often, and the color here is called Paradise. I bought the yarn back in 2023, and so for this purpose, and I'm so glad that I have made it. I just have a little bit of a 2x2 ribbing at the bottom, a little bit of a 2x2 ribbing on the sleeves, and then it has a square neckline with a 2x2 ribbing. And this actually has, even before blocking, it has some ease on it, so it's going to flow nicely. Now I did my length, let's see, I think I got it down to about 15 inches. And for my size large, one skein does 7 inches of body. So I have all my notes in Ravelry if you want to take a look at them there, and I'll have the links to that down below. All right, so moving on along. I have some socks done. Can you believe it? I bought this yarn from Charming You back September of last year. I'm pulling my notes up here, and I just did a vanilla sock. And this is kind of the vanilla sock that I've been doing. It uses the umbrella toe from KF Jones with Bakery Bears. I have that on a sock pattern, and her butterfly heel. Those are the ones that I usually use. I use a US 2.75 with fingering weight yarn. Yeah, I know that's a bit bigger than most people use, but I like the fabric that I'm getting from it. Now, fingering weight socks, I don't wear inside shoes very often. They're more for bed socks, around the house socks, things like that. So I actually wear my DK socks in my boots at work and everything. But this was a box set that was already in 250-gram cakes. Now, since I have a size 5.5, 6 foot, I have quite a bit of the orange and green left over. I did use the black up and the purple up before and went into the color change on the orange, but then I cut the orange short so that I could get the green in, because these are Beetlejuice themed. Okay, I did cast on 64 stitches, and I probably used a total, because I made it a little bit longer leg than I normally do, I probably used about 55 grams total. So I have more of this orange and green to kind of make some minis out of them. But I really do like these. Yeah, my sock blockers are a little bit big for my feet. That's why they're kind of hanging off weird. But I wanted to be able to get going and be able to wear these. But I haven't finished socks. It's probably been close to a year since I've finished a pair of socks. I just lost my sock mojo. I've got another pair of socks that I've got 3/4 of the first sock done, and they're for Sam, and I just haven't gotten back to them because I just haven't felt like it. Now, they are color work ones and not vanilla, but I know I need to get them done. I just haven't. And so I talked to my brother Bill, and I hate saying this. What little sister doesn't hate saying this? Bill was right. Okay, Bill, you got that? I have actually said you were right. Because on the 21st of June, we went to a Cascade Yarn event at Juju Knits, and we met up with one of the owners, Shannon, and I'm going to do a video on just what I took away from that event to be able to share with you guys. It was basically like a yarn sampler, And so I've got a bag over here with all the goodies and everything, and I just need to record that. And so that's going to be one of your extra videos this month coming up. And I bought some of this, what is this called? Cascade Heritage 6. And it is a 6-ply yarn. And so it's basically a sport yarn. She just decided not to call it a sport yarn. And I really like the Heritage 6. And this is in the hand paints. Show you one sock. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Here we go. So, and the colorway is Fiesta. And how Bill is right, because I did buy this just on the 21st. I cast these socks on June 22nd, and I finished them on July 2nd, 10 days. 6 months, 10 days. Okay, so what did I do different? I followed my big brother's his recommendation, and I cast them both on separate. I use 9-inch circular, so I cast them on 9-inch circular. Sorry, I'm doing a shade here. I've got some weird shadows going on. I'm using the Vanilla is the New Black Sport and DK pattern by Anna Fletcher. And I've had this pattern for a little bit because I was curious about the heel, which is like a strong heel is what it's called. You don't pick up any stitches. And it looks good inside out or right side, either way. And I'm probably actually going to wear it inside out. I made a longer sock than I normally do because I was just kind of following along. And what I did was, it is a top down. So I did the cuffs, and this is in Cascade Yarn Heritage 6 in highlighter green. I have this yarn for a Christmas sweater I'm working on, and so I just grabbed a little bit. I think I used about, I don't know, about 10 grams is all, because you don't really change out for the heel because it's a continuation. And then for the actual sock, again, figure, size 6, I weighed this. Where'd I put it? I weighed this. Where did I put it? I thought I put it in here. Okay, but did I not update that? Okay, I didn't update it, but I know I used 61 grams for the actual sock. So for a larger foot, you should be able to get, using another cuff color, you should be able to get a full long pair of socks out of it. And I just used the standard toe that was in the pattern and this strong heel. I am loving this heel, and I want to be able to show these to you guys so that I can wear them and test this heel out, because I want to be able to make some more of these. These were fun. This really was fun. And what I did was, I did a cuff on one, cuff on the other, the leg on one, the leg on the other, and I just did them concurrently, back and forth, to where all whenever one sock was complete, all I had left to do was the toe on the other. And it went fast, and I wanted to keep going back and forth, back and forth. And I really did enjoy this heel. No pickup stitches. Show you there. It's got a lot of stretch, and it really gives me a lot of room in the instep, which I have high instep, so I really struggle with that. And I mean, the stitches look good here. Whenever I'm doing the turn, I'm just happy all along. Now, I will probably go, the next pair I do, I'll probably go back to the umbrella toe because I like it better than the wedge toe. Personal preference. But otherwise, I mean, they look small, but they stretch out good. And I really like the 6-ply. So I'm wanting to see how they wear in my boots because I need that extra cushion for work. Excuse me one second, let me take a sip. Yes, I'm doing an energy drink instead of coffee this morning. I know that's bad for me. I don't do them every day, but I needed them today. I actually did a workout this morning. I'm trying to improve my health this month, so let's see how that goes. See if I can hold it up. Okay, so that's all. Well, one of those was a new construction, but that's all my finished objects. So I have 3. And then, let's see. I know I just cast on all those 9, and I am working on one of them at the moment. I've been taking this one with me to the hospital. It's easy to take with me. And this is the Edge Scarf by Kirsten at Fox Bane Fibers. I've got a black and white picture here to kind of show you. I know you can't see it too well, but that gives you a little bit of an idea. And it's used for 50 grams. Now, it does have a little bit of cabling, so normally you would do it in a solid color. Kirsten was curious about this because I'm actually doing it in a variegated, and the yarn I am using, I have it here somewhere, is Arkansas Yarn Co.'s Yummy Plush 8515 merino nylon. It's 437 yards to 100 grams. And there's a bee in my Texas blue bonnet. It was a special colorway she had for Yarn Crawl, I think 2 years ago. So let me show you. This is how far I have gotten. Yeah, it's gotten curled in a little bit. But last time I showed it to you, I was down here. So I've gotten a good amount done. I'm not to the halfway point, but I'm getting close. So it's just a simple, simple little edging here. So if you're wearing it in your hair or around your neck, it has that little edge, but then you have your garter. And so I found it was easier actually to use long DPNs to make this rather than a regular needle. And this is made on, let me look and see if I can see this. It's a US 3.25. And I'm really enjoying it. It's a simple repeat that just makes a beautiful, beautiful edging. Look at that. And I love the yarn. I'm using this yarn also in a tee, so having the 50 grams is perfect for what I am doing. Put it back in my DPN holder. This was one that I made myself. There's a lot of tutorials online, and I just did a simple DPN holder and 2 snaps. Okay, so I am going to be continuing to work on that because it's small enough it can go with me without too much issue. And the pattern, where am I on it? Aha. So I'm going, where am I at? It is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to give up too much information, and it's not on that piece of paper anyways. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. It's on my other piece of paper. keep this down here. It says just to continue until you've reached half the weight of your skein, and then you can start decreasing at that point. So I am on row 181, and I'm probably going to go to probably around 250 and then to start decreasing from when I weighed this, and that should get me in a good place for a good length. So I am continuing to work on the other 7, those 9 cast-ons, even though I am casting new things on as I go along too. You know I would. You know anything about me, you know I would. And I've got something else to show you too. This is going to be my Christmas in July project. I don't even have my notes on here yet. I haven't even put it in Ravelry because I started this yesterday. I went in, I was going through my bags, and I had one that I had started last year. I had bought this Noro yarn specifically for a project. This is Noro Tsumbame. You tell me. It is 50% silk, 25% wool, and 25% polyamide. It is a 200-gram dragon egg, and you get 600 meters for that 200 grams. They claim it's a worsted, but it's it does not feel or look worsted to me. In fact, it's quite thin in a lot of places, and it just it's a very rustic, I guess you would say, yarn. It looks more like something that was hand spun, but you got these great colors. I mean, look at that. And it feels more like cotton. It doesn't feel slippery or silky at all. It feels more like cotton, which is, to me, kind of strange, but it's what it is. And I am making a Vivian V-neck. Let me find the information for the pattern for you, because I've made it before, just with Cumulus. And like I said, I just decided, I was looking through my bags. I had frogged this pattern and had not wrapped it up or anything back up. It was still in my project bag that a friend of mine made for me. Isn't this great? I love it. And thank you, Anne, again. But let's see. Let me find the Vivian V-neck. It's in here. I really need to catch up on some photos on Ravelry. Okay, so it's Vivian V-neck by Justina Schrock. It is a paid-for pattern. Yeah, it looks like it's still available on Ravelry. It's not available on the Lady J Crochet any longer. Now, size-wise, I've been playing with it a little bit because it's this kind of a strange makeup on it. It's not quite that bright. That's what it's showing online on the camera, but I went ahead and cast this on yesterday, and I cast on, I think it's a size large. And when I cast it on, I did not have the US 6mm that it called for, So I did a 6.5 millimeter, and I put, it's supposed to have a rolled hem on it. You can see that in the pictures. But I just did my own little edging down there with a garter edge. I just did 3 garter rows or purl rows just to kind of get it to lay flatter for me, because I was afraid it was going to roll up too much, and I didn't know if I had enough length to be able to handle the roll up. And then the problem I had with this yarn before was I had a pattern picked out that had a lot of lace work to it. And it just was not going, the lace wasn't going to show up, the yarn wasn't going to show up that good, and it just was not a good match. So I ripped it back, and the Vivian V-neck is just a very simple round and round V-neck sweater. So it will show off the yarn. And that's all this yarn needs, is just a very simple fabric. Now, after I got the garter done, it looked to me like it was going to end up blocking out pretty big. So I went down to a 5.5 millimeter for knitting in the round. And I'm really liking that fabric. If I can get stitch definition there for you. See what I mean? It's a bit rustic looking because the yarn is thick in some places, thin in others. There's places to where it's really built up and not twisted very much. I mean, look at that one. So you never know what's coming up next. So it really does feel like I'm working with something that was hand spun. And now I don't have a problem with that as long as I know it going into the project and I can plan the project around it. I loved this fuchsia pink. That's what drew me to this color, because brown is not usually a color that I get, but I got it because I wanted that fuchsia pink from the Dragon Egg. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to work on this month. This is going to be kind of my happy birthday to me project, Christmas in July. Now, I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there that are doing presents for Christmas this month, and that's great. Usually in July, I make something specifically for me, and the reason is it's my birthday month, and so I make something for me. Yes, I do knit for myself most of the rest of the months too, but I'll add other things in, so I try to stay away from any other things other than what I'm really, really wanting to work on. And then I have one more project that I started. And what I started was a swatch.
Wow.
I actually swatched. Yes, me, the anti-swatcher, swatched. Look at that. I'm loving that fabric. And it is, this is called The Big Triangle by Hinterm Stein. And I will add a picture here of what this cardigan is supposed to look like. Now, I'm going to make this into, this is going to be basically my winter coat. Here in Texas, I really just need a really good cardigan, and I layer on scarves and hats and gloves and everything, and I'm good. Most of the time, I'm just going from the car inside and everything. So this is what I'm designing for myself. It's starting out, see what size am I making? I've decided to make a size large. I did not quite make gauge, but I got really close, and so I've taken my gauge, my number of stitches per inch. I've multiplied that to find out how many stitches I need for my body. And then I found that the size large would be the right one, because I like the fabric that I'm getting. It's not super thick, but it's thick enough, and it is a woolly wool. This is non-superwash. Can you believe this? I've got that video coming up for you too, hopefully this month, on what I have found about my allergy to non-superwash wool. and my journey with it. But this is Cascade Yarns, Cascade 220. I have 8 skeins of this to make this jacket / cardigan. And I found it on the half price table on the Lamb Yarn Shop. The color is Gold Fusion. And this is that bright. Look at that. Here's the label. So it's color 9669. It's made in Peru, and you get 220 yards per 100 grams or 200 meters. And it is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. And I'm able to do this. We'll talk about this in that video. But you've got this bright, but it's coming out like this. So yes, it's still bright, but it's died down a little bit because of what I am holding with it. And what I'm holding with it is Swiss Mountain Baby Camel and Silk. Excuse the rattle here. I have it in the cone. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And everything I've seen is that the baby camel is a very warm yarn. And so that's why I wanted to hold it together with a non-superwash wool, because I'm wanting to be careful not to felt this for one thing, but I wanted the properties from the two together to be nice and warm. The silk adds some strength to it, and it just brings that gorgeous, gorgeous shine. This is undyed, and I got it off of Facebook Marketplace from someone who was moving out of the country for a job, and she couldn't take her dyes with her, so she sold off her some of her undyed yarns, which she had quite a bit of the Swiss Mountain silks. So I got several different things from her that I'm working with. But I just love the stitch definition on here and just the pops as this comes through. And it feels so, so nice. Yes, this is actually even blocked and everything. I did it all properly. So I've gotten this far, and I don't think I'm going to cast this on until August fully to get started on it, because I don't really need it till December or January. So I'm just going to work on it as I go along, and these pockets and the structure, I'm not going to be adding in the pleats or the darts on it, mainly because I'm boxy, so I don't need that. But I am so excited about this. I can put everything together there. All right. I'm coming in under time. My alarm hasn't gone off. What else do I need to tell you guys about? Oh, I won this pattern, by the way. It is a paid-for pattern, but as far as the big triangle, and I had somebody at Yarn Crawl who told me about the Hintermstein's gorgeous patterns. Go take a look at hers if you haven't. And I just love the detailing that she has on there. They're very classic. Yeah, they're very classic and beautiful. But I won the pattern as a patron for Mouse's Makes. So I did not actually buy that pattern. Let's see, anything else? I think that's pretty much it as far as for my under construction area. I don't even know if I said under construction. I will put my little signage up. That helps me be able to put time codes down below for you guys. So it's not just for you guys that I'm putting those little signs up. It's for me so I can find my spots. So what I have left is just life happens. Because I've already told you what has been, what's coming up this month pretty much. So as far as the extra videos that I'm wanting to get done. And I have one more thing that I'm hoping to get done this month, but I don't want to mention it just because it's not a guarantee. So in Life Happens, Sam is still struggling with his knee replacement. The knee replacement itself went really well. He has great extension and movement, but he has some severed nerves in there, and that pain is just horrible for him. And he's struggling with it. So please do keep him in your prayers. My dad is going through some treatment, and he's a trooper. He really is. Grouchy trooper sometimes, but he is a trooper. I'd probably be grouchier if I was going through it. But we have some really great, there's some really good, outcomes, hopefully, that are going to come from all of this. So that's going on. Hoping to have the grandkids come visit later on this month. And other than that, it's just here at home, working. I've been commuting back and forth to Dallas. Car broke down on the way to the hospital the other day and overheated. And it was close to 100 that day, and it just overheated over in Dallas, not in the best part of town, but luckily one of Sam's friends lives close by there, and he came and rescued me and got the car sorted and got me back on the road. So I don't know how much I'm going to be driving distance-wise. It's a great little car, but it's only got one payment left for this month, and then it's paid off. So of course, something, just something. Otherwise, Seaver started working out, so I'm trying to do some at-home videos because I'm not making it to the gym. Just their hours, my hours. I'm exhausted. So we're just kind of moving forward. All right. I hope you guys are having a great time, and I'm going to sign off for now. Leave comments down below if you have any questions. Email me. You can find me over on Instagram or Ravelry. You have ways to talk to me, and I love hearing from you guys. So I hope y'all are having a good July wherever you are, whether you're in Australia or the Southern Hemisphere and having winter, or if you're up here in the Northern Hemisphere and sweating along with the rest of us. But I hope you are having a great summer, and I will hopefully be talking to you real soon. Bye.